It's by Dylan Schiff. So let's see. Ooh, I can see there's some kind of design here. It's all Greek. Let's see what this is. Oh, okay. Tennis star Nadal Rafa. Take to the cleaners. So this might be like to actually clean something, or it could also mean like to swindle someone. Like you took them to the cleaners. I think that's a bit of a dated sort of phrase, but it could have that meaning. So dressy clothes, frocks. Don't know what else it would be. F something. Point of view. Like maybe like a vista. No. A something. This is Rafael Nadal. Yeah. Class with frogs is amphi something. So like amphibians. Wicked John M. Is it Chu? Might be John Chu. Filing Pro CPA. It probably is Chu. Bygone Carrier Pan Am. Met Gala. What else is there? In the air. Aloft. Literally in the air. Roman Emperor with a namesake wall. Wall of don't know. Word sung 3 times. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. I don't know. Undoes. Boot? Foot? What would this be? Article of sports equipment that typically has 2 rubber sheets of different colors. Something handle. Epee handle, maybe. 2 rubber sheets of different colors. I don't know what else. Something handle. It makes sense to imagine. Let me just go to this one. Monroe. Randall Monroe. I have his book, actually. This is Cro-Magnon, like a sort of ape man. Game on some kids' menus. Crosswords? Is it actually? No. Cross something? Word search on some kids' menus. What other sort of simple games are there? So it's either at Ali or Aliyah. I think both of them are acceptable. So classical Greek precinct with a noted oracle. Delphi? So it's all Greek. Oh, okay. That's it. So it's the Greek letter phi. So it is a rebus. And let's see what this is. Something phi, C blank phi. I don't know. Let's take a look. Delivery option, C-section could be like premium, first class. Really like is to adore. Unspecified degree, the nth degree, people say that. Error message, no disc. It's a C or a K. Itemant in a numismatist is a coin, so it's disc with a C. Benedict Arnold was he committed treason. Delivery option is FedEx, and this is way off in the distance is far. So, phi Delphi, yeah. What is this? It's that symbol. That's what phi looks like. Oh, because phi looks like it's like an O and an I, put together. Is that what's going on? So cross maybe with a point through there. So maybe this looks like it's a phi because that is what the Greek letter phi looks like. Let me see if there's a could there be a phi as seen 8 times in this puzzle. Okay, so maybe that does seem like that's the revealer. I might just start here and see what else there is. So Tupac and Eminem for 2. Don't know, that could be many things. Intelligent sea mammal, whale, orca, composer of the Raindrop Prelude. Don't know that one. It could be Dvorak. It could be. There are probably many composers with an O in the 3rd position. Period in the periodic table. What? Email category is what kind of things you get email category for. Etsy, this one is a website. Hit title for ABBA or Rihanna is SOS. Jerk is an ass. Like an authoritarian. I'm just gonna go quickly through which ones I know. A lot of these are just names. So something games, Asian games, held in two-time capital. I don't know. Tiny amount, maybe a sue is a bit. Flooded, seduce. There could be many things. Put in stitches. So to sew up. To put in stitches. Lauren something. A long-time NASCAR sponsor is STP. Not to be confused with ATP for tennis players. Part of the Horn of Africa. Swahili. Wait, I thought that was the language. Somalia? Somalia, that's what it is. To mimic is to ape. And Cameron Diaz? Is that right? Put in stitches. Maybe it is this. Sewed. I only saw sewn. I should have seen sewed with an ed. Flooded. Flooded. What's that? What would that letter be? Seduce. Don't know. Two-time capital of the Mughal Empire. Man, I don't know. Champagne giant. This is a tough one. What might pop up from time to time? From time to time. Also got to keep in mind some of these are rebuses. So I think specifically it's just the word phi. It's just the letter phi. So this is Delphi, and then crisscross word search. I don't know if that's a U or an O. It's one of those. Games on some kids' menus is mazes. Wait, was I looking at the right one? Yeah, this is also the same clue. Game on some kids' menus, singular. Mushroom, added some cream sauces. What other mushrooms are there? I can only think of enoki right now. It will come to me. Filled with activity is crazy. Like a situation's crazy. To pack down, tamp down. Birdstone after opal. Woodwind. Okay, I know this one. This is oboe. Sound from a rag doll. A sound. Oh, this is a buzz. You don't see that very often. Tamp down, I think. Mushroom. Oh, morel. Mushroom. And inherently is per se. So, crisscross puzzle? Topaz? What is a crisscross puzzle? Maybe that's just another word for maybe sort of a basic crossword. You know, like the ones where it's like sort of like vocab words. You might get it in foreign language classes, where it's just the words, and it's not like a crossword grid like you would see here. Patient watchers, nurses. Pious, apt name for 12 popes. Yes, debaters who use deceptive arguments. Debaters, so something. Something ers, maybe, to turn off. I don't think so. Something. Less laissez-faire. I think stricter. So, rug cleaner is a vac. Follower of catch or latch. Catchgate? Latchgate? Maybe. This is ERs. Or ORs. I think it's ERs. Big cat hybrid, Liger. NBA team that plays at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. I can't think of it on top of my head. Turn off. So maybe it's not gate. I'll take a look at this because AA is kind of strange. Entre nous, between us. Leaf turning month is September. I think grip for rubber end. Melodic ways is sing-song voice. Sing-song voice. So this might be sophists. Sophists. I've heard of that. I didn't actually really understand the meaning of that. But okay, so catch onto, latch onto. That's what it is. Pacers. I think Indiana Pacers. Swan song is a last act. And owlish, wise. I don't really understand where the connection with owl and wisdom comes from. Light bulb measure is a wattage, the wattage of a light bulb. Email category, maybe new. Period in the periodic table. It's a row. That's what. Okay, so the official term for a row in the periodic table is a period. Okay, so let's see what else there is. Tupac and Eminem for 2. They're both rap artists. Hip hop artists. Okay, so that's phi. Because it's so the way you interpret this clue, this theme, is you have in one direction. This is a dolphin. In one direction, you have the actual word, and then in the other direction, you have to interpret it as an O and an I. So this one is hip hop because it's sort of like hip as one with an I and then hop with an O. So you sort of repeat it. Like, so this one is also repeated, like sing song, and this one is crisscross. Let's see, survivor group. Survivor group. In a group in the show Survivor, I imagine. Telly channel is maybe the BBC. How China is often sold as a set. Short adventure tales. Barely manages to get through his Eek Spy. I'm fine, but thanks anyways. Maybe this is in a set. It's in a set as a set. Oh, tribe. Yeah, I can never really tell. China often sold in I don't know. Classic. Oh, crane, origami design, short adventure tales. Something TES. Don't really know what that would be. I'm fine, but thanks anyways. Let's see. Oh, Chopin. Oh, that's okay. Okay. Oh, that's okay. So it is as a set. And A1 or an A worth 1. What? A1 means like top tier. So what is or an A worth 1? This is Eek Spy. These are all correct. So what is this? To be A1? What would that be? No, not age. Age, ace. I guess it probably is ace because ace you can kind of interpret as being like the top tier of something, and baloney is pish. I've seen this just this week actually. Podcast for morning commute. Computer addresses is IPs. Beachy footwear, sandals, something sandals, flip flop sandals. I think that kind of works with the theme we have. Flip flop sandals. It's quite fun that all of these have like kind of IO words, sort of flip flop, hip hop. There's some kind of linguistic pattern or some linguistic reason why that sounds pleasing. And I don't remember what exactly it is. I don't think there really is a reason we can really, from what we can tell, really. You've got to be kidding. No joke. Tomato product, puree, tomato puree. I've heard of that. Medallions might often be seen in them. Wait, that should be an S, because it's them. Maybe this is paste. Okay, so what is this? Longtime TV personality Regis. Beast domesticated by the Incas. Beast domesticated by the Incas is llama. Give off is to emit. Well-grounded is tame or sane. Maybe it's sane because goes up against is literally the god is Allah, and goes up against faces an opponent maybe. Fill something. Medallions might be seen in them. Medallions? Is it like a... I think it's not medallion as in like a medal kind of thing. I think it might be like a kind of food thing. So, well then what else is this? CA blank, and what would fit this? Filmin? Philpin? What? Oh, I'll come back to this. It'll come to me. You gotta be kidding. Sheesh? Maybe. Bronte heroine is Emma. And what is this? Swirling Currents. No, that's not. Oh, Jane Eyre. And birth name, I think, is Ernesto Che Guevara. Swirling Currents is Eddie's. Like an authoritarian is probably Stern. Culture medium is an agar. Culture as in sort of like a bacteria culture. Lynn Loretta, yeah. Mononymous singer, I think is Enya. I think she's the one that is Celtic. Compound that ripens bananas, I probably don't know that. No shave November growth informally is a stash because you don't shave. Former times, tough HS high school is APs, leading to aging or anxiety. A something, so I don't know what that is. Former times pasts. So ding dong ditch, that's another one of these. Phi ding dong ditch. Ninth inning usually is the end of a game, but it could go on for longer. Kristen Wiig, stag is to go solo, or it could just be like a deer. Cutter with teeth is a jaw, I'd imagine. No, this is a saw. Okay, and this is a sapphire. Identifies digitally is a print something. Because identifies digitally question mark makes me think it's like your finger as a digit. So print to sort of like sort of identify someone's fingerprints. So prints at, I don't know. To make an enemy of is alienate someone. Oh, points at. Okay, so it's not the fingerprint, but it's just like you're pointing at someone, so with your finger, so it's identifies digitally. Stag is alone. Yeah, you go stag. For instance, Nora something. What might pop up from time to time? Pop up from time to time. I don't know. Boss at a blaze. I don't know. To imagine is, shoot, that has to be an H, right? Roman Empire with a namesake wall. So this is going to be a tough one, but why do I feel like there might be another phi somewhere? Let's see how many there are. I've seen 8 times in this puzzle, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I imagine there's probably one in each of these other sections, because I don't have much progress here either. Subject of an RSVP. I have to keep in mind that one of these has a phi as a square by itself. In my estimation, I don't know. Lower right button is skip, that's for sure. Subject of an RSVP is a, well, it's an invite, so it could be like a card, but lower right button on YouTube ads is skip, and Ladybug's Prey. This is aphid. I know that, definitely. I remembered there was a science video in elementary school that we saw about that. Modern social media craze is TikTok trend. Nice. Okay, so it does work. At first I was sort of hung up by PHIK, but I forgot that it is actually just I and O. Champagne giant, gradually entering as a. So I think this is something into, easing into. Biting pests is what? I thought it was gnats, but I don't think this fits. I think this is gnats. Iridescent jewelry material is nacre. Like one of those seashells, kind of those spirally things. In my estimation, I would say, okay, so this TikTok dance, yeah. Discard to throw out, and a party, that's what it is. Florida is I cry. 2-time capital of the Mughal Empire. I think it's Delhi. Yeah, because the Mughals were in India. Flooded is awash, maybe, and this is a top shape, perfect condition. And then what is this? Champagne Giant, I think is Moet. I think that's one of the brands. And then, so what is this? Empathized. Oh, this is a very nice one. Okay, so seduce is to tempt. So I don't think we see, so we don't see a find here, which is okay, but that makes me think that we need one more or 2 more, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we need 2 more. How are they going to fit that? as seen 8 times in this puzzle? Or is it talking about just this thing as like one of the 8? Because it says Greek letter that resembles an I top an O, and then maybe there's only 7 actual squares, and then this one counts as one of the 8. So I think maybe, yeah, maybe there is just one more. Let's see what else there is. Division signs more formally. More formally, division signs. Slash? No, because it should be an S. So maybe this is not a epee handle. I think that was kind of a stretch. Yeah, that wasn't very justified, but let's see what there is here. I can't figure out what this is. I'm trying to sing maybe there's another verse that I can't think of, but don't know. What might pop up from time to time? To sharpen is to hone, I think so. What might pop up from time to time? A mobster? Hipster. There are a lot of words that end in stir, but not too many that have just 3 letters. And I think this is hone. Let's see what this is. Nora. Part of me thinks that it's like dent, and I just don't really know. Like it's just hard to put down right now. Point of view. This is definitely Rafa. Point of view is an angle. You can see it from a certain perspective, a certain angle. Okay, then this is typically has 2 rubber sheets of different colors. It probably is handle, division signs, to I don't know. Let's see what else this is. I'm in probably it means sign me up. Class with frogs. Amphid? Sounds like it. King Kong actress Ray. But I don't know what this P would be doing here because it's like amphibian, right? So it would somewhat resemble that, and I just don't know what this would be. Maybe it's not handle either. Take to the cleaners is to rinse? No? Maybe this is a vowel, so this must be something like some consonant. Rinses? That's not the right conjugation of the clue, though. Let's see. Boss at a blaze. So if I get this one, then I think it should be easier, but maybe it's not aloft. Is there a different word? A lift? No, that doesn't sound right. Boss at a blaze. Boss at a blaze. What is that? Something chef. Something chef. And to sharpen is to improve on something, maybe to improve one's skills, to hone. That's what I was thinking it was before, but maybe it's not that. Boss at a blaze. I'm getting the feeling that this is one of the themes. I have to keep in mind that I'm still missing a phi somewhere. Dressy clothes. I need to figure out. Oh, of course. I was thinking it's like amphibian. I was putting PHI literally here. So let's see if this works now. So at least I know this is where the last phi is. I'm presuming there are only 7 squares. Then what else is this? Boss at a blaze, and this becomes articles of sport equivalent. Ping pong paddle. Ping pong paddle, that's what it is. Oh, of course, it has 2 rubber sheets. I didn't actually think to really think about that. Technically, the sport is called table tennis. To conflate table tennis with ping pong is like almost a bit like insulting. I wouldn't say it's that serious though. Of course, like I understand what it means by ping pong paddle. It's ping pong is more of like a recreational game, but I think to say it's the same thing as table tennis might be a bit of a stretch. To take to the cleaners is ripoff. That's what I was thinking before. King Kong actress Ray. So I don't know. Dressy clothes. Okay, well let's just see what this is. Division signs more formally. To imagine. Division signs. Something I? Is it an irregular plural? Is not an S at the end here? Then what is this? To imagine. And just trying to figure out what this would be. Had something? Maybe it's not chef. Then boss at a blaze. What is a blaze? What is it talking about here? I feel like I'm not able to answer this one. Dressy clothes. Um, Dressy clothes? Something S? I don't think that doesn't look familiar at all. What might pop up from time to time? Let's see if I can figure out what this is. It's not hipster. That doesn't make sense. Mobster? Why would it be mobster? To imagine. Okay, I think this might be my best shot if I can just figure out what this word is. Imagine. Perceive to procure. No, that doesn't work. I mean, that doesn't make sense though. To maybe it is something like this. Fiery chef. I don't really know what this is, but like, I can only think of PS. If this was a PS, this would be psychic-ish, like a sort of this kind of prefix. But then what would this be? Man, this is tough. I know that's ping pong paddle. So I've basically got the theme down, and there's no more left to do besides just figure out this and this last letter. And I'm just so stuck here. SNL alum Nora, to sharpen. To sharpen something. How would you sharpen something? It's a good question. How would you sharpen something? And he's a Roman emperor with a namesake wall. Ping pong paddle is correct for sure. Division signs. And take to the cleaners, this makes sense. So what is a division sign? Division signs, more formally, is it ovals? No, that's not right. Man, I'm not sure. Class with frogs. Obe? I mean, it probably is. Obeli? Finery? Like obelisk? Is that the formal name for a division sign? It sounds vaguely familiar. Fire chief. Oh, fire chief. Boss at a blaze. Okay, so this is home. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. So this might be Fae. Ray Fae. Or it could be amphibia. We'll see later. Had. Okay, I'm still getting stuck here. To picture. Oh, toaster. Toaster. It pops up from time to time. Yes. Nora Dunn. Hadian. Doot doot doot. Doot doot doot. What? Okay, sure. I'm not really sure what else this would be. Hadian. It sounds vaguely familiar, but maybe this letter is different. And let's see what this one could be. Oh man, this is tough. There are so many crossings. I'll just kind of have to guess. But let's see. What would a medallion be? A medallion could be like a sort of like a thin cut of a vegetable. Maybe like a carrot. You call them medallions. Medallions might be seen in them. What is them? Cars? Cans? Cabs? Fill in Philman. No, longtime TV personality Phil Lynn? That doesn't make sense. Caps Philpin? Philton? No. What is medallions might be seen in them. Medallions. What is this? Cabs? Why would you see a medallion? Oh, um, is this like you need a license or something? You need a oh, I think medallions are a thing. It's like a some sort of cab driver needs a license in the form of a medallion. So maybe it is Philbin, which is a no offense, a kind of a strange last name. I don't think I would have been able to get that otherwise. And everything else looks right. So what would this be? What else could be wrong? Doot? Hadzian? Hadian? Hadlian? No, why would they say loot? Haitian? Um, I'm pretty sure that's Laura, Nora Dunn. It sounds familiar, and I don't know what else it would be. Other things would be this, and this square. And I feel like I'm gonna have to search something up because I don't know how I'm gonna get all three of these unless I know these, which I unfortunately don't know. Class with frogs should be amphibia, because I don't think it would just be an E at the end. I think this is like a Latin thing. So I think it's Fae, because otherwise I think they would have clued Tina Fey. So let's see. Hadrian. Okay, fine. Okay, there it is. There it is, Hadrian. That does sound like a what is this? A Roman emperor. Yeah. And oh, it's lovely. Okay, so they managed to change these to the phi symbol. So I was right with suspecting that this was talking about 8 times in this puzzle, meaning this big diagram counts as one. So let's take a look at some other things. Amphibia, finery, angle, yeah. Ping pong paddle, crisscross, tick-tock. All of these are really fun phrases, which I quite like. And I will say, I actually did notice that this took me quite a long time, 31 minutes. But throughout this whole thing, I was actually just having fun, just taking my time and just enjoying just getting all of these and not really being too bothered with like if I was maybe falling a bit behind on what I'm usually with. But I really liked that. Tip top. Oh, oh, okay. Never mind. It is actually um, 8 times. I just never even noticed that. I just assumed that was top. So how did that look like before? I said top shape, and then that must have just been SOOA. Um, yeah, I'm not sure how I even missed that, but luckily I was able to get away with it. I don't think that the automatic checker was really looking at that square, but yeah. Um, okay, let's take a look at this. This one was actually tip top shape, and this one is Sophia Loren, which before would have just been SOOA, which is like doesn't look like a name. All right. Um, not too much to not too much to really criticize here. I will say this cab thing was kind of a deep cut. I don't think I would have known that unless I just remembered there was some like short video or something that I saw of it was of some movie or something of like some guy's like medallion like cab medallion being taken away. Otherwise I wouldn't have known this, and I think this would have been a lot more frustrating. But yeah, it's a good puzzle. I really appreciate this theme as a math enjoyer as well. Being able to see this, um, it's good fun. All right, that's it.